Hi, Annie.
Hello, how are
Oh,
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just laughing at that last photo of us.
I know, don't we look ridiculously so happy?
I know we do. We do. That was taken at a birthday celebration.
Well, that's probably why we were ridiculously happy. It was your birthday.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Exactly.
I remember that.
Hi, Robin. Hi, Marianne. Welcome. Hi, Beck. Hi, Karen. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Call. She missed you.
Hi, Colleen. Did you get to see any of our little intro video this time? That was a bit of fun putting that one together.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm a technological numpty. I rely on Kerrie to do all that stuff for me. Just as well I've got her. I'm useless without her.
I hope everyone's been good and not too badly affected by all this weather and the rain. Hope you're okay.
I-
Annie had it tough, didn't you, Annie? You got stuck up in Harvey Bay at a
It was
resort.
tragic. It was
It
just
was.
tragic. And it didn't rain up there. Um, it was glorious. It was absolutely beautiful. Coming home wasn't so much fun. I felt really guilty lying on the poolside in the sun while everybody down here was getting wet. But coming home was it was like driving underwater. So
Yeah.
I was happy to be back again. Happy to be back, and I missed my puppy dog. So
Oh, yeah. How was Bonnie when you got home? She would have been so
mental.
super excited to see you.
Oh, just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But we're going again in September, and this time instead of staying at a very posh resort, we've got a house and we can take Bon Bon with us.
Oh, that'll be
So she'll
nice.
get to come.
That'll
So
be
that'll
nice.
be good.
I wondered whether or not you'd actually make it back, to be honest. I thought you might be there
Well,
for
we
a little
stayed
while.
two
Yeah.
days extra. That was always
Yeah.
hard. It's a tough life,
Yeah.
but somebody's got to do it.
uh, so, our
Yeah, well,
topic tonight, everyone, connecting to divine source. How do you do it? So, it's going to be an interesting one tonight.
yes. Now, I might kick us off just with a mini meditation just to get us into the right headspace to do this. So, you should be all getting good at this. You should know what we're doing by now. Um, Feet flat on the floor, shoulders dropped, face relaxed, relax your jaw, shut your eyes, and let's go. So, big deep breath in, hold it, and a deep breath out. Open your crown chakra and let the glorious light from the universe pour in through the top of your head, come down through your body, down through your neck, through your arms, and down through the core of your body, into your buttocks, down your legs, through your knees, down your calves and shins, and onto the floor. Ground your feet in the beautiful, beautiful red light of Mother Earth. And breathing. Breathe in pure white light. Breathe out any negativity, any stress, any anxiety, anything that isn't serving you. Breathe it all away. Feel the white light inside you expanding and growing. It's expanding outside of your body. It's expanding out to the edges of the room. Breathe in, expand out. Expand out to the world. Push the white light out, out, out. You should be feeling tingling in your hands, maybe in your feet. Drop your shoulders. Remember to stay relaxed. Breathe in and blow it out. Pull the energy down through your head, down through your face, down through your shoulders. Take any negativity down through your arms, down into your wrists, into your hands, and shake it away. Just shake it all out. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel your entire body relaxing. Feel your spirit joining with everyone else who's on with us. Feel your soul tribe. Feel the connection. Feel the connection to each and every one of us. Stretch that connection to your family, to your neighbors, to your friends, to the world. While we're in this space, I ask that you send white light to Ukraine. I ask that the children are protected by our glorious white light. Breathe in and send. I can feel that energy and I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. When you are ready, open your eyes. If you're back with me, have a little shake.
That was great, Annie, and I am covered in goosebumps from the energy.
Yeah, I've got tingles. I've got lots of
Yeah.
tingles.
Yes. Bless the
Bless.
innocent people of Ukraine. Absolutely.
I've been
Agree,
seeing.
Gail. Hi, Trish. Sorry, I'll just say
I,
quick hi to Trish. Hi,
I've,
Anita.
I've been seeing the pictures of the little ones that are,
Mm,
exhausted and don't know what's happening to them. So that
yeah,
just came through, and I thought, well, while we're here, we'll do
yeah.
what we
We'll send
we'll
some
do what we
protection
can.
energy. Yeah,
Yeah.
for all the innocent people there. Yeah,
In
agree
terms
with
of what
you.
in terms of what we're talking about, um,
Mm,
I think that that was timely too, because we are all energy and we are all connected. We're connected to
yes.
everybody on the planet, and
Mm-hmm,
you know, by us sending little bits of healing, you never know exactly what that's going to do or what impact it'll have. And
mm-hmm,
collectively, there are lots of people that are also doing this. So
mm-hmm.
we're just contributing. That's all. So
Yeah.
I think, yes, Colleen, light and love worldwide. I think
Mm-hmm.
Kerrie's got a little poem that she
I,
wrote.
I do, and I thought I would share this because when we talk about divine connection, it's understanding how we actually link in with everybody and with the universe, but also linking in with our higher selves and our thinking and how much that influences what we attract into our lives, what experiences we go through. So it's all part of that divine connection. And back in, it was a long time ago, let me tell you, back in 1995, a spirit guide came through by the name of Isolda. And she, after communicating with her, um, this came through and it was a poem. And I thought it's a nice one to share with everyone tonight. It's called Pond of White Water. Pond of white water, shimmering pure light, quenching our souls whilst we're sleeping at night, protected and safe and cradled by love, watched over by guides, the angels above. In the quiet of morning, by a slow running creek, the gentle sunset, flowers' perfume so sweet, the language of love whispered by the breeze, the song of the birds nested in trees. They're all sending signals, precious, not rare, that our divine source in the heavens will always be there. But sadly, too quickly our life has been paced, and we're speeding along thinking life is a race, and little or none of that message we hear, because we're caught in a trap of the shadow and fear. So let there be quiet. Go listen to your heart, for there you will find a remarkable start. And the more that you do this, the more you'll find peace. And with truth and enlightening, find your thinking was the beast. Fairly profound. I remember sharing this with my mum at the time, and she said, I really like it, Kerrie, except for the last line about your thinking being the beast. And I thought about that and I thought, yeah, I understand that. But at the same time, what it's talking about is our self talk, right? And the way we talk to ourselves, and we allow those fears and that emotion, which lowers our energy. And so that does stop us from connecting to the divine and a divine and raising our energy and staying in that space. So we're open to synchronicity, we're open to the conscious conversations, we're open to that alignment, we're open to the oneness, that brings us to the divine. So I just thought I'd share that one with everyone and I hadn't thought of it, except that today I picked up my book, and as I picked it up, I didn't hold the edges of it properly, and my thumb was in it, and it opened to that page, and I went, okay, well, there's a sign. So when we talk about listening to ourselves, I just thought, right, Annie, I've got a little poem I need to share. It's one I wrote a long time ago. It's nothing new, but listening to the messages of the divine. Yeah. So there you go.
Well, in,
Yes, it is. It is, Marianne. It's. I always say I'm amazed at how it works, even though I should expect that this is how it works.
it happens all the
Uh,
time. You just need to be open to
ah,
doing it. And
I'm
it's about
laughing.
a
Elbow.
less elbow bumping.
Yeah.
Um, when you talk about the divine, people have, it means lots of different things to lots of different people. And
Yes.
I've met people who have struggled with the concept of the divine being like God or a God figure. Um, Believe it or not, and anybody that knows me is probably not going to believe this, but I used to be a Sunday school teacher.
Oh no, Annie, I'm trying to visualize this.
Yeah, yes,
Sorry.
I was a Sunday school teacher. Unfortunately, that career didn't last very long because they didn't approve of my views on spirituality. So the Sunday school teacher got the flick. But
Right.
my divine energy or my stuff around the divine is about that connection to everybody
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And it can happen,
Yes.
for me, it happens on a beach when I feel I feel very little,
Yep.
but part of something really big, or in a forest where
Mm-hmm.
there's so much glorious, beautifulness around you. And I feel really
Yeah.
little, but I do feel connected to
Yep.
something big. But I was
Mm-hmm.
working in the Drug and Alcohol Rehabilitation Centre at Red Hill. And in there, I was running programs. And in
Yep.
there, they do the 12 Steps program.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the men in there was struggling desperately with the step where you had to connect to God. And it's one of the steps that they make you do when you're in there. And he
Mm-hmm.
was really angry and upset about this, and he just kept saying, there isn't a God. There's all that stuff happening out in the world, and there's a whole lot of bad words in there as well. And if there was
Mm-hmm.
a God, none of this would happen, and blah, de, blah, de, blah, de, blah.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm never going to get out of here, and I'm never going to see my kids again. And off he went. And he had a little one. He had a little one who was 2.5, nearly coming up for 3. And
Mm-hmm.
I just said to him, I said, okay, so tell me how you feel when your little one comes to visit. And his
Mm-hmm.
whole demeanor changed, his whole face lit up. And he just went, oh, she's my world. Oh, she's just glorious. She's just the most amazing thing in the world. I just love her to bits.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, right there is your divine. Right there is where your love
Mm-hmm.
sits. Right there
Yes.
is where your connection is. And if
Mm-hmm.
God, divine, spirit, energy can create that glorious little person that makes
Yes.
you feel like that, there's your divine. Can you
That's right.
connect to that? And he went, shit, yeah. And I said, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Because for some people, it like I grew up in the church like Kerrie. My mum was an
Mm.
elder in the church. What upset me about the church and what got me thrown out was a lot of the hypocrisy. So I kind of flipped from that and then went looking. And I would
Yeah.
say, I can't say I'm a Christian person, but I can say that I'm a spiritual person. And I think that
Yeah.
there's a difference. But my
Yeah.
mum, my mum-in-law was Catholic, beautiful woman, went to mass every single day. Now, I've she was a typical example of a really, really good Catholic, brought up in the faith,
Mm-hmm.
loved everything about
Yeah.
it. Was her church was her happy place. I've worked with
Mm-hmm.
Sikhs, lots and lots of Sikhs, where their religion has the same. All religions have the same basic premise. No matter whether
Yeah.
you're Buddhist or Muslim or Islam or Christian
Mm-hmm.
or Jewish, we all have the same rules. But it's
Yeah.
all about one connection. And it doesn't
Yes.
matter a damn what you call it. You
Mm-hmm.
can call it Jimmy, which is what everybody gets called in Glasgow, but it doesn't matter what it gets called. It can be absolutely anything. You know, it can be God,
Mm.
it can be Buddha, it can be
Yep.
energy, it can be the divine, it can be whatever you choose. It's just
Mm-hmm.
about recognizing that there is
Yes.
something bigger than us and that we're not
Absolutely. Yeah.
alone.
Yeah. And I know for you, Annie, it's water too. And I've just noticed Robin and Marie have both
Yeah.
just said, being at the beach, feeling that ocean, feeling the vastness of it, and being at the water's edge is a real connection to something that's divine, something that's bigger. You know,
Mm.
um, I feel that too. For those that are also friends of mine, you'll see I'm endlessly, putting up photos of sunsets. I love the sunrise as well. It's just that the way my house faces, I get a beautiful sunset, and so often that's my place to go and sit and connect with nature, connect with the universe, connect with that energy to send out my love and good thoughts to the world, to family, to friends, bringing people to mind and send out that good energy while I'm sitting there in that space. So that sort of connection with everyone, it doesn't matter what it is for you. It's that feeling, and it's hard to describe what that feeling is, but knowing that you are part of that and feeling the connection to what's there. It can be awe-inspiring, you know, and it sometimes can even be a bit overwhelming when you feel how small you are in the connection to everything else. How big that connection really, really is. Yeah. So, Lorraine, hi, Lorraine, welcome. Clouds at sunset, yeah, Karen, yeah. Marianne, hi, Marianne, how are you? Rainbows, yeah, absolutely.
I'm all
That,
about rainbows, Marianne.
yeah, yep,
Rainbows for me always signify change.
yep,
Um, and it's like the world's been washed clean, and nature says, I'm really sorry that I made you all wet. Here's a pretty rainbow to make it all
yes,
better.
yeah,
But
yeah,
for me, rainbows are really special to me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Annie, just thinking about when with what we do, for example, with how you read tarot and can bring through information from spirit guides, etc. Just going to throw in a little thought about how I see it, and I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but just how I've experienced it through my own journey. And that is, I feel that spirit come around us and there are different spirits, right? So you may have like a guardian or someone that watches over you all the time. I liken that person to your GP. Okay, they're sort of the generalist of your life and they're trying to keep you reminded of what your life purpose was in this lifetime for you to grow spiritually and evolve. Then you have, your guides, your spirit guides and helpers that come in. And the spirit guides and helpers are like specialists, right? So when you have a particular problem and you're asking for help, they can be there really quickly to help you with a particular thing, and they can be gone just as quickly when you don't need them anymore. So, difference between, say, a guide, GP, spirit guides, specialists, right? And then you have loved ones, right? And loved ones can come in and out and show you signs that they've been around and connect with you or try and give you a message in some way. Most likely they still love you, they're still connected to your energy, and they're still around, like some support still from the other side. So, but with loved ones, right, it's very similar to how it is here on Earth, right? They will, when they're available, come, and our job is to be aware enough to recognize it, right? Because they're just visiting, right? But it's not like they're necessarily on call where we can sit down and we know that certain guides and angels will come in and assist us as we're doing spiritual readings. Loved ones may or may not step in because they could be busy on the other side, right? So I know when my sister passed over, she was a natural healer in this life. Um, when she passed over, I was getting a bit frustrated that she hadn't really come through strongly. There'd been hints and there'd been other things coming through, but she hadn't come through strongly. And I sort of said, come on, why is my sister not coming through? And my kite said to me, she's sort of busy on the other side. Like she's doing things over there. Right? She'll come, but it'll be in her time, not just because you sit down and go, right, I want to talk now. I went, oh, okay. So family can be a little bit different in that connection. But when we're connecting in to those things, it's all coming through the one source energy because we're all connected to that common consciousness. We're all connected to that one source. So, whilst we have our own energy, which is a part of the whole, which is our connection, there is still how do we tap into that? How do we align our energy and how do we listen to it? And really importantly, how do we trust it? And now I'm going to ask you that question. How do you trust it, Annie?
Um, Hold on a minute till I finish. I
Oh,
wish I could
sorry, I've
type.
thrown you at the deep end.
I don't know. That
I'm waiting
was
to find in all these chats, aren't I?
that was
Sorry.
for me. That was a hard one, but it was a huge learning experience. Uh, I've learned that no matter how stupid I sound, I have to say whatever I get, and like for as if you doubt that you can send messages or get messages, like I got blown out the water because this young woman, she phoned me at 7:30 at night crying. And I was in my car and couldn't do anything. And I said
Mm,
to her, come and see me tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, just get there. So 10 o'clock in the morning, she walked in the door and she was crying before she even sat down. And I picked up my cards and I started to talk to her and I said to her, you've had a passing and this is really recent. And she said, yes, it was 3 days ago. And I got the feeling that this was, I said to her, did this person choose to go? And she said, what do you mean? And I said, it feels like they didn't want to be here anymore. Rather than say, did they commit suicide or,
mm,
it just, because that didn't feel right. And
mm,
this young man had an aneurysm after we had done the reading. Um, he'd had an aneurysm and he was like paralyzed down one side. He couldn't speak. He was a nurse, worked in one of the hospitals in Ipswich. She was also a nurse. And he did choose to go.
mm,
He made the decision that he didn't want to be here anymore. And while I'm reading for her, um, I felt a finger like this come down the side of my cheek. And I said to her, I said, what does this mean for you? And I ran my finger down the side of her cheek and she just fell to pieces. And she said, that's how he used to send me to sleep every night. He
mm,
used to run his finger down my cheek. And I
mhm,
thought, what was that? Like if I had dismissed that or ignored that
mm.
giant message that he was still
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and still there with her. I said, so when you're in bed at night and when it's quiet and when it's peaceful, if you feel his finger on your cheek, know that he is with you, you
Mhm,
know? And she, like, it, sometimes I feel family will come through if there's unfinished business.
mhm.
With him, there was unfinished business. 2 days after he passed away, she discovered she was pregnant.
Ah,
And it was just, the whole thing was just an absolute tragedy, you know? But for
yeah.
her to know that, like, how could I know that?
Well,
You
yeah,
can't, you
yeah.
can't make
You
that stuff
can't,
up.
you can't.
You know what I
But
mean?
it's but
So it's
but
about
you
trusting.
gave yeah, you gave the perfect example there. Even though that seemed like weird to you, oh, I've got this sensation. If you hadn't have share everything that I'm getting, it wouldn't have validated
No,
for the other person, and that's how important it is. So, sort of run by the idea that trust everything that you're being given, let it flow through while you're receiving it, right? Whether that be um, thoughts that are just piling through your head and you're writing it down, or whether you're getting information related to someone else, or you don't know where that came from and you're just saying it. Just continue to let it flow through, because as soon as you question it, it's like putting, like there's a short circuit, all of a sudden you blow a fuse, right? You lose the connection. So you need to stay in that flow whilst it's coming through. Question everything you want about it afterwards, right? But not whilst you're receiving that information. It's about accepting that information as you go. Question it later, you know. So um, and it's interesting that you bring up the side of the face, Annie, because when I actually sit to do, say, a spirit communication, where I actually do a lot of writing, as per, like, the poem I read earlier, and have for a long time. When I sit, I always ask who is with me. I like, a name, that they're in the light. Obviously your energy's raised, so you have a higher level of energy coming through and connecting with you to talk to you. Um, and I asked them for a physical sign. I actually asked them for a physical sign. Now, what became really interesting about that is that I could be doing something and I would feel like I may not be really paying attention, but I would still feel the physical sign and I would know which, is like, hang on, stop, we want to talk to you about something, pay attention. Yeah. So that physical sign and it was always the same sign with the same energy that was coming through at the time. So I started to tell the difference between who it was coming through. So it's interesting you talk about physical signs as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
And I
all
think
very
there's,
realistic.
I think the biggest thing is, I think a lot of people might dismiss this as, oh, it's just my imagination.
Mm,
But it's not your imagination. And
no.
it truly is about trusting the messages. And
Hmm.
I hear people all the time saying, oh, I don't get messages. You probably do, but you may not recognize it.
Hmm.
And it's about that stillness, because our heads are generally very, very busy.
Hmm.
So it's about stopping your head from being busy
Yes.
and trusting that. And honestly, when you start meditating, you might get absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, there might be nobody there to talk to you.
Yep. Yep.
But that process of stilling your
Hmm.
mind is important. And for all of you who said, you sit on the beach or you feel great at the beach, park yourself on the beach and just listen to the waves, because then your head's empty.
Yep.
All you're focused on is the water coming in.
Hmm.
If you're sitting in your garden looking at trees or whatever, focus on that. Empty your
Yes.
head. It's mindfulness. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
very
Yeah.
flashy buzzword at the moment.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, um, I used to get in so much trouble. They called it daydreaming back then, where you were looking out the window at the clouds, not
I
paying
spent
any attention.
I spent most of my time outside that window in the
Me too.
classroom than actually
Yeah,
in the classroom.
yeah. Annie, you're daydreaming again. What?
Sorry,
Well,
I
so
was
I
somewhere
am.
totally
Where
different.
am I? I was somewhere pretty. So, so the reality about that is about get back to that daydreaming
Yeah,
and just wait
yeah,
and see what happens.
yeah.
Gail, I
That's
wake up with music in my head that the messages are meaningful first thing in the morning. Yeah,
yeah,
music is huge. Music is absolutely huge. Um,
yep,
if you're sometimes if you're thinking about somebody or you're in your car, a song will come on, and it's
yes.
it's it's amazing. I,
Hmm.
what was I can't remember what I was doing. I was thinking about my sister, and oh God, she was a wild woman. And I was thinking, she really did create a stairway to heaven. And 2 seconds later, bloody Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin came on. So there I am on the side of the road crying like a baby. Hello, Moira.
Yeah, yeah.
It's lovely to talk to you. Crying like a baby. But
And it
that's
does. That's often a thing. And also just 5 cent pieces turning up, or what did they say? Pennies from
yeah.
heaven turning up as well. But divine connection is also linking to your higher self, which is where the creativity and the inspiration comes from. So even just sitting, the idea is to keep that energy, focus on your breathing. Again, doing the deep breathing, not that shallow breathing, which really doesn't oxygenate the body. The more that you oxygenate properly, and it's just as important with the out breath, because fully breathing out is actually taking out the toxins and the stale air from your body. So that's really important as well. Yeah. So, oh, Annie disappeared on us. We'll see if she can get back in. Don't know what she's done. Oh, here she comes. Yeah, so breathing out is probably just as important, because you're breathing out all the toxicity, the stale air, and you're taking that away. But that breath work to still your mind. Hello, you're back. We lost you for a second.
Don't touch
um,
the buttons.
Connects to your higher self. And your linking to your higher self allows you to find your own truth. Now, if people say to you, that's a glorious process, I can tell you it's not always glorious, because you can't lie to yourself. right? So you actually have to face a bit of reality in going through this as well. But you can also clear a lot of those things that have blocked you and become extremely inspired. So divine connection is also that inner connection and really knowing you as well. So just adding that in. The two characters behind Annie, do you want to answer that or do you want me to?
Oh, I've
They're
just
the
answered
aura.
it here.
Oh, okay. They're the aura pictures.
Yeah, I do aura photography, so that's the banner that
Yeah, if you
I
haven't
use.
booked in with Annie yet, and you're in Queensland, in Brizzy area, and you haven't booked in with Annie to go get your aura photo done, go do that. It's awesome. It's a photo. You get a report that prints out with all the information about the colours in your aura and what they relate to in your life. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah. So no, that's great. So I'm just sorry, I was just reading chat for a sec. Yeah, Rain, yeah. Play areas at night, swings. Yeah. Actually, I tell you something. As an adult, my favorite playing when I go to a park is I love to still go on the swing.
Yeah,
There's
me
something
too.
about that rhythm and the energy and moving through the air that is actually really calming. And I just find that the wind going past you through is extremely cleansing. So no, there you go. Speaking of things, swings, I know that's a bit crazy, but there you go. There's a little inner truth. Yeah, exactly, Anita. Yep, when you go away and that, your good friend Ruth. Yep, and Dancing Queen's definitely her song, and that just comes on. Yep, yep. So no, that's great. Okay,
Red, Maria
during
is
your
about
intro.
red's about grounding.
Mm,
Um, it's about grounding your energy. That's what that's about. So when you're grounded, it's your base chakra, and it's just about grounding your energy.
yeah, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so we might. Did you have anything else, or did anyone have any questions about anything that we were just talking about? Hi, Wendy. That's all right. We've just been rabbling on. You might want to go back and listen to the first bit a bit later. Marianne with flying.
Robin, it's in um, Red Bank Plains. If you go to my website, you'll be able to um, get a reading and
Mm-hmm.
do a booking. Thanks,
Yeah,
Karen.
yeah. No, that's great. Okay.
If any of you have got any questions, that you don't necessarily want to put up here in this forum, um, just get in touch with us after. You can get both of us, one or the other of us, through our Facebook pages, um, or you can PM
Mm-hmm.
us, and we'll answer your questions. Um, Again, with the meditations, if your head wanders, guided meditations are probably easier. And like Kerrie's got a few up, but there are
Mm-hmm.
hundreds of them. It's really about finding one that you can connect to, and that
Yes.
works for you.
Yeah.
Um, there's some really beautiful ones out there, and they step you through the process. So
Mm-hmm.
you're working and you're concentrating on your breathing, and you're starting at your head and you're doing the relaxation. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that's easier than trying to keep your head empty. But
Mm-hmm.
with the thoughts that come in, don't get cranky at them. Just let them go.
Yeah.
Yep, I see you, I hear you, off you pop. And
Yeah. And there. And grounding yourself. People do it in different ways. Again, it's through the breathing and feeling yourself really connected to Mother Earth. So, bare feet on grass is a good way to do it, or at the beach, and feeling yourself really connected to the earth and to this earth plane as well. That's very grounding.
Or sending your energy down, like
Mm,
breathing down to the soles of your feet and sending your energy down through the earth and having it like roots all coming out. Like pretend you're a tree and,
mm,
and have it like roots all coming out and grounding into the earth. And that's when I do that, that's when I see the red. Because
hmm.
for me, Australia's red earth, red dirt,
Yeah,
So that's how I do that when I'm grounding myself. And I do it when I'm away with the fairies, which happens quite
yeah,
often.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, there's I'm just looking at the time, Annie, so it's already nearly almost quarter past on the clock. Um, so let's maybe jump into readings if anyone has any questions for us. Have you got your cards
In my hand,
in your
as we
hand?
speak.
I've got the divining rods here, but I was also quite connected into spirit as well. So either through the divining rods or a direct spirit communication. So yeah, so if you want to hit us in chat, I don't know. I think chat's a little bit slower tonight with the weather as well, with things coming through. But if anyone has any questions for us, we're happy to answer those. Marie, you've had some bad dreams about rats wanting to hurt you. That's more dream symbology. Um, and there are definitely dream symbols. So that's interesting. It can also, when you think about what a rat signifies, rats can also be people that may not be trustworthy around you. So just be mindful of that. But what I will do is I'll refer more to, I've got a dream dictionary, I'm sure, and I'll let you know. I'll come back to you with a PM on that. Yeah.
For me, rats are about people nibbling away at your energy, stealing your energy.
Yeah.
So that's what it means for me. It's like
Mhm.
nibble, nibble on your energy.
Hi, Cassandra. So lovely to have you come and join us. So, Kathy's been visiting you. The veil has been very thin, and Kathy's been very busy because she's visiting a lot of people at the moment. So, whatever she needed to do over the other side that I was complaining about, obviously she's freed up. She's visiting everyone. That's great. That's great because I know you had such a really strong connection, and with your mum as well, with my sister. So that's beautiful. I'm glad she's visiting you. Um, any
Karen,
any
yeah,
messages for Karen?
yeah. What I've got for you, Karen, is you're hanging around waiting to see what's going to happen in a certain situation. And I feel you're hanging on, but what my cards are saying is cut ties. Just cut ties. I'll show you. Chop ties. Cut ties. Don't
Hmm.
stick around to wait and see if it's going to be okay or if things are going to change, because I've got stuff going on in the background and you need to cut ties.
Okay. We've got one from Robin there. I need direction. I have lost my way.
Hold on a minute, Robin. Different
I
cards.
I know. I just felt that. I just went. No, you need. I was going to say the angel message cards, Annie.
Yeah. Yep. different cards.
Yep.
Okay. So what I've got for you, really important. Get grounded. Connect with nature. You are, it's like you're in an awakening. There's you're getting energetic upgrades at the moment, which is why I feel that you feel a wee bit lost.
Mm-hmm.
This is just saying, tune into the portal of your heart. All the stuff that we've been talking about tonight. And what it's saying is that you're stepping into the light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So don't be frightened. Don't be scared.
Mm-hmm.
It's saying that you're part of the Sisterhood of the Rose. It's also saying that in some way, shape, or form, you're a teacher. You have been a priestess. Things are changing at a cellular level, and you're in the process of healing. And it's saying don't dim to fit in.
Mm.
So
Yep.
stay true to who you are. I love
Mm-hmm.
these cards. These are
Yeah.
Rebecca
Yeah.
Campbell's cards. They're
Yeah.
very, very beautiful.
Yeah, and so aligned with what I was hearing at the same time as you were saying that, Annie, is Robin, you're going through an alignment at the moment.
Mm.
And so you are going to really feel that at a deep cellular level. There's lots of things clearing for you, they're saying as well. So don't be uh, too anxious about that process because that will lift. And there's going to be strong signs come in for you as well, as far as the direction that you're meant to go in, because you came in with a very, very clear life purpose about what you were going to do in this lifetime, and you are on the right track, is the main message that I got for you there. So just to pass that one on.
Jessica,
Okay.
Jessica. So what I've got for you is there's something going on in your environment. You need to let go, but you need to stand your ground and your problems will be resolved. And I've got miracle healing around you as well.
Yeah. So have you jumped to another one, Annie? I'm just trying to keep up on the screen with where you're
I'm
looking at.
about to pull cards for Alicia.
Okay. You're welcome, Robin. You're welcome.
Okay. Alicia, I don't know where you are now. Um,
I've got her up on the screen
yeah,
for you, Annie.
I've got
Yeah.
her. I'm feeling that right at this moment, you're in an environment. This feels maybe work related. It just feels you're in an environment at the moment that's really, really toxic. Um, you need to be aware of that. You need to protect your energy. You need to rise above your problems, follow your dreams, because you're not in the right space at the moment. So whatever it is that's in your life that's toxic, get it out, make it go away, or at
Mhm.
least be aware of it.
Yeah. Annie, can we just, this one's just sort of jumping at me, Mary Ann, that I need to know at this time, please. Marianne, you were very much jumping out at me through that, and what I'm hearing through the guides is that Yes, you are getting a lot of information and ideas coming through at the moment. And they do perhaps seem a bit fragmented, but what they want you to do is write them down. Right? Because it's all going to come together for you. Or maybe you have already been writing things down, because I'm seeing things written down. There is direction coming for you from that. Again, you are seeing things more clearly, is what they're saying, but you're also being inspired and you're coming up with some really creative ideas. And they definitely want you to start writing those down, because it's a feeling of, oh yeah, I'll remember that later, and then later you don't remember. So that that's why it sort of jumped out, and I just want to come through with that for you straight away. Annie, did you want to just draw
No,
a card as well?
yeah, can you take Wendy? So
Yep.
let me pull. Okay, so what I'm getting. Okay, what I'm getting around you is that you need to trust your intuition. And I feel at some point your intuition, you lost the plot, sorry, but you lost yourself somewhere along the line. And now your intuition is kicking in, and you really, really need to get back that trust and faith in yourself, because that's really, really important. Um, Trust your intuition, women. Remember how gloriously wonderful you are. Higher consciousness. Have faith.
Mhm. Wendy, it's a funny thing with your sister-in-law, because what Spirit is saying to me is that from her perspective, she's not causing trouble, she's just right. So I do feel that there is going to be a difference in energy. And this is what it is. You're resonating at different levels, you're on different energies from each other, and you're looking through different windows. So that can be nitpicky. It can feel like an energy grab. It can feel like being undermined. But in her mind, it's about her being right. So, a couple of tips from Spirit from you. If you are physically in the same area, they want you to take a few steps back so that your aura and her aura are not touching, right? Because that will help with the energy grab, right? So they're suggesting that. Second thing is, if it's on the phone or you're receiving sort of third hand information, so and so said this, so and so said that, please put it on speakerphone, right? Again, they want it away from your energy, because you're taking things in personally and it's becoming emotional for you, right? But it's actually about a difference of energy. Um, I think it's more to do with where she is at than it is about you or other people in the family. So they're also now taking this from you and they just spread it out to everyone as well. So this advice doesn't just go from you. If there's other people in the family feeling that friction, then they're suggesting those two things. Don't connect in too directly with the energy. I hope that's helpful. Annie, did you want to pull a card on that as well?
Yeah, I've got two. I've got one that says fighting, and I've got completion. And on the top of what Kerrie said, people can only piss you off if you let them. So don't engage.
Mm.
Just don't engage with the energy. Don't let her get to you. That's how to do it. That's exactly what you need to do. Just completely disengage. It's her stuff, not yours.
Mm-hmm.
Kerrie, can you take that one?
Uh, The words I got through straight away, Les, was in and out. Right? So moments when they're around and moments where there's a total feeling of absence or them not being there. And it seems to be the same with everyone. Signs are being given when they're there to get attention, but it does feel like the energy is stepping in and stepping out. Now, that could be two things. It could be that this William is someone who has only recently passed over, so therefore their energy and their connection between the two realms can be in and out. Um, or it could be just around when they're actually being noticed and not wanting to interfere. But messages are definitely being given there. Did you have anything on that, Annie?
That's why I sent it to you.
Okay.
Well, my lovelies, I think what we might do is wind up for the evening. Thank you all so much for being with us. Can you please like, comment, subscribe, and do all that stuff?
That we forget to say all the time.
I forget all about.
Yeah, look, it's free for you guys just to hit that button, the like or the subscribe or the notification, but it helps us to get recommended to people that listen to things that are similar to what we do. And of course, we love to share the Soul Tribe and expand out what we're doing and share it with all of you. And thank you once again. Beautiful. Like I love everyone that comes and joins us, Annie.
It's
Because
amazing.
I love watching the chat and
Yeah.
the care and support in amongst everyone in chat. And look, I'm getting goosebumps again because it's about this community building that we're doing and sharing information. So that's great. Yeah. So thank you, everyone.
Have a wonderful fortnight.
Yep.
I
Thank you
hope
for
you
the
can stay
subscribe,
dry.
Les.
Stay dry, stay safe, and we will see you in a fortnight.
Yep. Take
Love and
care,
light.
everyone.
Bye, bye,
Bye.
bye.